All right, yo, I had two. Oh, okay. You know what? Let me bring this question to you guys because this brings me to this question because Ian Begley, right after we ended the last show, Ian Begley said something interesting about Dejounte Murray and the Knicks' interest in him. Right? It's funny because I read Mike Scotto's article, and Mike said that the Knicks were kind of looking around and looking elsewhere, and they were in no rush to look into to get into Dejounte Murray. We also heard that the Hawks are looking for 2 first-round picks for Dejounte. And Ian Begley reported that the Knicks felt like the price is too high. They really like Dejounte. Really like him. What's been reported, but they feel like that price is way too high and they need to cut it. And so they feel like they need to back away. So now we all know the price is 2 first. To put this into context, the Hawks traded, what was it? The Hawks traded 2 first for him, right? 2 first and the pick swap
Yeah.
is what they traded for him. Two first, a pick swap, and Danilo Gallinari is what they got for him. So the Hawks essentially are trying to recoup. So I'm not sure if it's even two first and a pick swap, like exactly, or what they're looking for. But for you guys, do you feel like 2 first is too expensive for Dejounte Murray?
Yes. Especially if Grimes is involved, because Grimes like a first round pick right there. So if I'm the Knicks, I'm gonna be like, look, you get Fournier, an expiring contract. You can use your club option and take him off your books after this season. That's number one. Number two, Grimes is basically like getting a first round pick right there. So that's one of your first round picks right there. Three, okay, I'll give you one unprotected because DeJounte Murray, he's a pretty good player and he probably warrants at least one unprotected pick. So my deal would be one unprotected pick, Grimes, Fournier. If you don't like it, y'all can go kick rocks.
Mm.
Or we'll give you Fournier, but we'll give you Fournier, one unprotected, and then one of those picks is going to either be a pick swap or a protected pick. But there's no way you're going to get two unprotected. Like, no way, Jose.
I,
None, not at all.
I have a question though. I have a question. I have some pushback because the reason why the Knicks are doing this, right? Because they want to play. They only want to use one pick. The only reason why they're doing this is because they feel like they can flip Dejounte later if another 1A becomes available. That's the only reason.
Right.
But if you think Dejounte makes you a contender, then aren't the two ideas conflicting?
I mean, I do get where you're coming from because if you think that Johnson's going to take you over the top, then two first round picks is not a huge price. You should be able to be like, you know what? I'm gonna give you these two first round picks, whatever, and whatever other, players to fill up the salary and make the trade. But at the same time, it's like I do think the Knicks do need to because DeJounte Murray can be used as a trade piece. So in case it doesn't work, you could probably flip him for that star player you think will take the Knicks over the top. But at the same time, it's like I don't want to really overpay. You know what I mean? Like I want to
Yeah.
make sure it's the right price. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna just give the Hawks two first round picks just because that's what they want. I want it to like string out a bit and see if they're gonna drop their price and then say when the deadline comes, if no team is making a real push to get them, then let's see if you can negotiate and drop the price. Like I'm not just gonna give the team two first round picks because they're demanding two first round picks. Like it's like for example, last year with OG,
Mm-hmm.
the Raptors were demanding a whole bunch for OG. Knicks weren't budging. This year, he became cheaper, so we don't know. Like DeJounte Murray's price might drop as opposed to the trade deadline. But I'm gonna try to negotiate first before I just give up 2 first round picks like that. Like that's just me if I'm in the front office.
I would give up 2 at this point right now because I think you add Dejounte, you can win a championship this year. I think we would. If we add Dejounte, I think we'll be the favorites in my mind, especially in the East. We would definitely win a championship this year. It also sets us up to be a super dynasty in the future. Because now you have Dejounte, but you can flip Dejounte 2 years, 3 years. Now that we only are lacking 1 pick by that time in the Atlanta trade. Now you can trade him for a Luka or a Giannis, and now it extends your window even further and higher. I think that's the thinking, is that he can make this great with the potential to be even greater when he's flipped later on. So right now, 2 picks, cool.
Oh, it's a couple of things. One, Ryan, I'm with you, Ryan, on never bet against yourself. Never bet against yourself, right? That's always, I always feel like that. I feel that's Leon's philosophy. I feel like we might be dealing with somebody a little bit more reasonable than Danny Ainge. I still feel like Danny Ainge traded to, he traded Donovan Mitchell to the Cavs out of spite.
Yes.
Like he told, I still remember arguing with the Utah beat writer about the price. Because the Utah beat writer repeatedly said the price is 4 first-round picks. Danny Ainge does not want to trade anything less than 4 first-round picks. Picks are more important than players. That's what he was saying to me. And then the Knicks deal fell through, and he was traded for 3 first-round picks. So this whole picks are important than players things went out the window. Really, what it was we know you have $100 million and nobody else has it, so we're going for all of it. Like, that's the way I saw it. In this trade landscape right now, everybody knows that out of everybody who's interested in Dejounte Murray, the Knicks are the only one with the most capital who are interested. Like, of course, OKC has capital and other teams have capital, but the Knicks have the most capital for the player available. So I feel they might be trying to play possum. They're trying to get the most out of us, and we try and get the less out of them. So I'm for playing possum and seeing if we can lower the price and then get them that way. I'm with you on that, G. I'm definitely with you on that.
I do think the pick amount dropped from 4 to 3 because they also got Lauri Markkanen in that deal. I think they saw the potential. They thought he had a higher ceiling as an incoming asset than RJ Barrett, and they were right on that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's different messages though. Like, if you say, well, it's because of Lauri Markkanen, that's fine, but then don't then say picks are more important than players, and then then you change your mind later. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's all I'm saying. I think that's all I'm really saying. And then it's also what types of picks, because I know the Knicks have 8 picks, right? Yeah. But in my mind, the Knicks have 6 picks. Because the Knicks have 4 of their own picks. They have the Dallas pick, which will convey.
Yeah.
They have what's the other
Milwaukee.
Pick? The Milwaukee pick, which will convey. Then we have the Pistons pick, which is
trash.
And then we have the Wizards pick, which we all know.
Also trash.
Also trash. So I mean, it's like, oh, we have 8 picks. We really have 6 picks. We really have 6 picks and a bunch of seconds. So also, what picks are you picking? Like, if we say 2 picks, and it's like, all right, cool, we'll give you the Wizards pick and Dallas pick. Have at it. I don't care. That's pretty much 1 pick in my mind anyway. You know what I mean? So it really depends on what picks you're talking about. That's what. All right. But that was some news from Ian Beckley. But also news from Ian Beckley was there are certain teams that are interested in Quentin Grimes. Those teams are the Utah Jazz, the Atlanta Hawks, the Memphis Grizzlies, and the Houston Rockets. Those teams are interested in Grimes. And I know Ryan G and I, we were kind of canvassing their roster to see like who would we be interested in. Not a lot. like outside of the obvious of Dejounte, right? I heard some people maybe say AJ Griffin.
Yes.
I've heard some people say that. All right, cool. Outside of those two from the Hawks, Utah is obvious. We got Olynyk people interested. We got Clarkson who's interested. I've seen some people who said Colin Sexton.
Yeah.
Offensively, he's amazing. I still have my questions about having a Colin Sexton, Jalen Brunson backcourt closing. I feel like that's still too small. Even Clarkson, though, he's taller, but defensively, I have a lot of questions, still.
Yeah.
But those are the guys who could be targets. When you're looking at the Grizzlies don't really have anybody to offer. I'm not interested in anything the Grizzlies has to offer. Are you giving me Ja? Are you giving me what? Who? There's nobody in the Grizzlies.
No, I was just naming out other Grizzlies players that we would be interested in, which the Grizzlies will not give up.
Right. No deals there. No real deals there. And also, who's the other team?
It was
the Rockets.
The Rockets, Rockets, yeah.
Yeah. We talked about Eason, right? That's what we talked about, Tari Eason.
Yeah, maybe Easton.
Dylan Brooks. I would take him. Would love it.
I mean, Brooks got a lot of salary and he just signed a new deal.
Cool with it.
A lot of salary? I can't see what's the deal? Because we already know any deal the Knicks do that's not for a superstar has to be in the low 20s. That's what they're looking at because they want to be able to flip the guy later. The cap is going to be rising. So if we get a guy and is not making low 20s, the Knicks don't want him. So I'm not sure how much. You can look it up right now. This is
22 million.
Yeah, I'm looking up his salary right now. I know he's
22 mil.
22 mil. This is KOT Trade Machine, guys. If you didn't know, I just name an episode KOT Trade Machine.
and it's a descending contract as well.
Ooh, descent. Okay, those are the two Knicks specials. Okay,
and he shoots 40% from three.
Okay, we like that. We like the 40% from three. Dog defense gets under the LeBron skin. He has a New York attitude. He looks Dominican with the braids. He look like he can do it.
Fit right in Washington Heights.
Exactly, for sure. For sure. 22 mil first year, 22 mil second year, then 21 mil, then 19 mil in 2026, 2027. Oh yeah, that fits the bill. I can see. So what? Eason
Brooks. And you know what? The Grizzlies. I forgot Grizzlies got Marcus Smart. I forgot about.
Oh
that.
Yeah, the Grizzlies do have Marcus Smart.
I'm in.
Nah, you know what? I've passed on both of them. I'm sorry, I do. I pass on both. We have mini Marcus Smart here already.
Grimes. You mean not Grimes? I mean McBride.
Yeah, because
no. Smart's a better playmaker than
no,
McBride.
he is, but he is a better playmaker than McBride. But let's be real. He got shipped out because he wasn't a playmaker.
Well, he wasn't Drew Holiday, yeah. I agree with that. But as a backup, yeah, I think he's solid.
You think he can run the second unit as a?
Yes.
I mean, I think it's possible as well. He's not going to be the starting point guard, to be a backup point guard.
To the degree that I don't know.
He wouldn't be my top choice, but
defensively, yes.
Yeah.
I feel like we need more playmaking firepower. To me personally, I don't know what do you guys think in the chat about Marcus Smart?
No, they're all saying no.
Yeah. Smart washed.
Yeah,
well, that's not true.
Smart is hurt right now.
Smart
Smart is out for 6 weeks. No thanks.
Curry's out for 6 weeks. So
no.
Yeah.
And Dylan Brooks is a good player, but we still need a playmaker. We traded Grimes and we still don't have a playmaker.
That is true. Would have to be more than just one trade.
Yeah, so that's a no for me too. He's an okay player, but we still need somebody who can set people up. Yeah.
Yeah, East Blue Drew is like, nah, give me Clarkson.
Yeah, I would have Clarkson too.
All right,
Yeah.
Clarkson Hive still alive. All right, still got Clarkson,
Yeah.
got Murray, got Brogdon. Those seem to be the leading names so far. And
Yeah,
Sexton has been balling lately too.